As I write this script, we're only 13 days away from the release of Metroid Prime 4. If you've visited my channel at all since I started making content in earnest, you already know how much I love the series. Despite some controversy from the recent swath of previews, my excitement has only grown as we get closer to launch. They say it's much better to talk about the things you love about media than the things you hate, and that's what I'm here to do today. Whether or not this eases anyone else's concerns, I want to gush about this series one last time before jumping into the newest entry, as well as talk about that age-old conflict of wanting our favorite things to stay the same and wanting them to evolve over time. If you hadn't seen or heard, the controversy in question revolves around the involvement of NPCs in Metroid Prime 4's story. During the preview event, Samus encounters a stranded Galactic Federation trooper who needs her help. He's a bit chatty, a big dweeb, and offers up some unsolicited advice. The overview trailer Nintendo released that same day makes it clear that Samus will be encountering a few other troopers along the way as well. The most vocal opponents of this reveal often point to how the isolated atmosphere of the Metroid Prime subseries is something of a trademark, so they're concerned that a shift to a game with several NPCs, who you have to help keep alive no less, will clash with what they've come to expect from the series. And honestly, I see where these folks are coming from. It's true that Samus is a mostly solitary protagonist, to the point that the overview trailer itself refers to her as Lone Hunter Samus Aran. Throughout the series, we've mostly only seen her empathize with creatures. The hatchling at the end of Metroid 2, or the Etecoons and Dakuras in both Super Metroid and Metroid Fusion, for example. Situations like these are Nintendo's attempts to show that, while Samus is certainly lethal,
the ability to jump,
she still cares about saving innocent lives. Rather than saving some space armadillos, Metroid Prime 4 instead adds a cast of fellow humans who were caught in the same accident that transported Samus to Vuros. Now, we're not just worrying about ourselves or even some little critter who teaches us how to use a hidden ability. Other human lives are at stake. Despite its near 40-year lifespan, this is the first time the Metroid series has attempted this type of story, which should be reason for optimism. After all, in the conclusion of Simon Cardy's review of God of War Ragnarok, he remarks that the game is everything a sequel should be, respectful of its legendary lineage, but not afraid to take it to exciting new places. This may be hard to believe at first, but I think including human NPCs to assist, and be assisted by, Samus in this new journey is not only an opportunity to take the story to exciting new places, but also respects the series' legendary lineage. Fans and critics alike are by no means wrong when they talk about the Metroid series' emphasis on isolation, exploration, and atmosphere. Every mainline entry has focused on those key aspects, though to varying degrees as time has gone on. Metroid Prime and Metroid Fusion were released simultaneously in 2002, each deviating from this norm in their own way. Fusion remains the most linear and guided entry of the 2D games, requiring Samus to check in with her ship's computer at regular intervals to get instructions on where to go next, while Prime took the more subtle approach of Samus receiving scan data informing her of anomalies or other areas of interest to check out in order to obtain the next upgrade or otherwise progress the narrative. Metroid Prime 2 Echoes continue this trend while also adding an NPC ally native to the planet Samus is exploring. This ally, Umos, pinpoints locations on Samus's map in addition to upgrading her visor so she can get to new areas. Metroid Prime 3 Corruption took this another logical step forward, seeing Samus team up with the Galactic Federation, whose supercomputer gives you updated objectives and guidance throughout your journey across multiple planets. It's true that these hint systems in the Prime games can be turned off. However, they are on by default, and guidance given by NPCs such as Umos or the supercomputer will still be present no matter what. As we can see, Samus's outings have become less and less isolated as the Prime sub-series has continued. However, that hasn't stopped the series from still being known for isolation. The addition of allies, human or otherwise, has remained only one aspect of a much larger adventure. And to be honest, I find this evolution exciting. Having the fate of fellow soldiers' lives in her hands is brand new narrative territory for Samus. There are only so many ways you can tell the story of a lone warrior fighting a lone battle before you start repeating yourself. Just as a good sequel is praised for being willing to take risks, many other sequels are criticized for playing it too safe, or just plain taking a new swing and missing the mark. In that way, the response to the previews for Metroid Prime 4 have been contradictory. People are just as likely to criticize the game for making these changes as they would have criticized it for giving us the exact same experience Retro Studios gave us 3 times already. After 18 years, flashy new psychic powers would not be enough of a change to truly make Metroid Prime 4 the best sequel it could be. Something about the narrative itself needs to evolve as well, and having allies trapped on a mysterious planet alongside her is a very promising setup. Sequels are tricky. Developers need to somehow keep what's old, add something new, and find some way to welcome new players that doesn't completely frustrate returning ones. Not only is the most recent Metroid Prime entry old enough to vote, it was also released 2 entire console generations ago. If you ran into an old friend for the first time in 18 years, would you expect them to be the same as you'd left them? Or would you hope that they'd stayed true to who they were while still finding at least a little room to grow? No matter what the end result may be, I'm hoping that not only was the wait worth it, the changes I'm seeing are going to be for the better. Until next time, play and talk about what you love and love what you play.